I'm Claire Alexander Brown and I'm Hospitality Tutor. I learned to cook quite a number of years ago, and I was learning to cook at a fabulous culinary academy called Tante Marie School of Cookery at the time. And long story short, I was there for 20 years, started as a junior teacher, ended up as acting principal. So worked my way through all the ranks, got involved in everything. While I was there, I did all my teacher training, so I've got a certificate in education. As a student, I gained my Tante Marie diploma, which is level 4 professional culinary arts qualification. But after that, it was the teacher training, so the Cert Ed, and various bits and bobs, small bits and bobs after that I did, just topping up as I went through my career. Tante Marie was the oldest independent cookery school in the country, so we were there for 65 plus years, and because we were independent, we didn't have an accredited qualification for a number of years. And then in the early 2000s, we were approached by the CTH, who are the Confederation of Tourism and Hospitality. That's such a mouthful. And they approached us because they were developing a culinary qualification. And because we were the most established and the most well-known culinary academy in the country, they came to us and we developed with them their level 4 diploma in professional culinary arts. So that was where that relationship started. So myself and actually my director of studies that I was working with at the time worked very, very closely with them over a number of years to develop it and to get it to where it is now. So we were the only culinary academy that offered that qualification, and it's now worldwide. So it was quite an achievement. But as times were moving on, people needed to have a recognised qualification. They weren't happy with just an independent cookery school in Surrey. They needed to have that accreditation on it. So that's where that came from. And I'm really hoping that we can work with them again in order to make a really good qualification for us to deliver here at EMA.
And you were very much involved in that development.
Yeah, very, 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 very much. In fact, some of the model is still a reflection of what we did going back, because the model of Tante Marie's diploma course was a well-oiled machine. It had been going for a really long time, and it had changed very little in its structure because it really, really worked. And it's one that I still refer to now. Unfortunately, Tante Marie closed in 2019, so that was a really sad day because it was an amazing establishment, absolutely amazing. And I learned so much from being there, and I got involved in so many different things. I was able to demonstrate at the Excel Centre and various food festivals, and part of my job at Tante Marie was demonstrating. I would spend some weeks, I would only have 1 or 2 classes within a kitchen teaching students. The rest of the time I was demonstrating to students and going to places and demonstrating to people, and it was fantastic. It was, and that way you're cooking all the time. It was amazing. It's just such a good experience. And I think that kind of teaching is what I can bring now to EMA, because it's proper. People want to learn a skill. They don't just want to look at a picture and say, oh, I want to cook that, but I don't want to do the nitty-gritty bits in between. It's proper cooking. It's proper keeping the kitchen clean. It's doing the washing up. It's everything. And that's what I get very excited about, is that it's the whole package. And I really, really hope that that's what we can bring here to the EMA and get the students excited about too. After Tante Marie, I actually moved on to, I took a sabbatical. Tante Marie sadly closed. I took a sabbatical and did a lot of private catering. Then I moved into an infant school and did some work with, as a learning support and a teaching assistant there. And then I moved in 2021 to Dorset and worked at White Pepper Culinary Academy.
Since you've been at EMA, what's your first impression of the environment and how are the lessons going?
I find it enormously exciting and rewarding. Everything's always moving. Everybody is so different. The characters are all so different. The challenges are all so different. My mind has been blown, and my brain is working more than it has in quite some time. So I'm feeling really challenged, but in a really good way, and it's really exciting. It's great. I'm absolutely loving it.
And what are you hoping to achieve for yourself and the students whilst you're here?
For myself, I feel like my whole career is sort of pointed in this direction, and I didn't really know it. My experience with working with the EMA students while I was still at White Pepper was, I think you can describe it as an epiphany. I just thought, well, this is where I should be, this is what I want to be doing, and I made the decision very quickly. So for me, it's about getting the hospitality department to be as amazing as it can be, getting everyone cooking, finding confidence, finding a life skill. So what I want to achieve is hopefully very closely knit with what the students are going to achieve. That's what I'm really hoping for. At the moment, we've got a couple of students that I could easily see getting a level 3 or a level 4 in the professional practical cookery qualification, with the right support and the right encouragement and the right amount of time. I feel sure that we can do that. There are others that won't get such a high qualification, but if we can achieve students looking after themselves, learning about food, learning about independence in the kitchen, then we can look after everybody and everyone can achieve something amazing.